Good morning, guys. Today, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be talking about what happens if there is a snow day and what is going to be your expectation. So, if school is ever canceled because of snow or any other weather related, they might in they might then call what is going to be a flex day. What that means is that there will still be school even when you are not in school. So, here is what you need to know. What is flex learning? Flex learning day is where you will complete schoolwork if there is no school due to a weather cancellation. You will be doing that this year in hopes that if there are multiple snow days like last year with like the polar vortex and all the snow we got, we can make up that time during the snow days and not have to add time to our school day or have days added to our year. So, what that means for you is that yes, you will have school on a no school day. And many of your teachers have been working throughout the summer and even now to make lessons and get things set up so that you are able to access these lessons at home. So that is one of the big reasons why sixth graders were allowed to bring Chromebooks home at the beginning of the school year. So we're going to kind of go through and talk about what a flex learning day is going to look like. When a snow day is called, from whenever teachers get up to about 10, teachers will be working on getting lessons posted to their online areas, such as Google Classroom. So for math, we have Google Classroom that you will be going to. Students will then be able to access those lessons, and that means that you can still sleep in because those lessons will not be uploaded until at least 10 o'clock. So you still get to sleep in some and enjoy your snow day a little bit. From 10 to 4, teachers will have all the lessons up. You'll be able to access those lessons during that time. You can also access and call teachers or email teachers, and we will be there to answer questions. We will be kind of at our computers, making sure that as you guys are working on these lessons, that you are understanding. So we are here to help. Don't be afraid to ask us questions. Anytime after 4, we will still be checking our emails, but it's not going to be as frequent as we did during the snow day or the school day. But still ask questions if you have them. It might be something that you were watching your younger siblings and now your parents are home, so you're starting to work on your homework. We will still answer questions after that 4 o'clock time. It just might not be right away. Work completion. So, a snow day will happen. You will have the next 3 days to get those materials turned in. We know that not everyone has internet access, but you can always rent or check out a hotspot from the media center if you need to. You will have those days to get that done. Maybe if you weren't understanding something and you want to come in and ask a question, then you can make sure that that is complete before you turn the work in. But do know that since it is a snow day, it is still a learning day, which means that if we had a note day, we might be moving on to the practice right away the next day. We're not going to then reteach the lesson if everyone has already listened to it online. So you want to make sure that if you're not completing that work, you may be a little lost the next day. So it is important that if you have internet and you're able to get that work done, to get as much of it done as possible. Some expectations, especially for math. You will need to log into Google Classroom after 10 on a snow day. I will have all the lessons posted there for you to complete. If it is a note day, you will have a note lesson that you guys will be completing. I will have everything in a video that you will be able to copy down the notes and the examples. You will be able to pause the video. You can go back and look at the video if there's something that you weren't quite understanding. I'll have smaller note sheets for you guys that you can have in your binders so that those are easy to glue into your notebooks when you get back to school. So you don't have to still worry about bringing your notebook with you. If it is a practice day, I'll have the practice posted to Google Classroom just like I would if you were in class. You'll probably also have some type of IXL that you'll have to work on that is related to what we are learning in class. So, what I'm going to do is, I know that there are probably plenty of you that have questions and a lot of what if this happens or what if that happens. So, I'm going to have you guys log into Google Classroom and you are going to add a question to something that is called Padlet. There is a link there, and then those questions, I'll have a look at them tonight here, and then tomorrow when I am back, we will discuss some of those important ones or ones that kind of stuck out or a lot of people had the same questions. So in just a moment, you'll go to your Google Classroom. You'll click on the link to Padlet. So here is your class's Padlet. You're going to double click on the screen, and then a little text box will show up. You might type in a question of like, what happens if the power goes out? So that would be one of those what if questions, and then we will go from there. So we can go over all those tomorrow. Just any questions that you guys may have, make sure to put it on here, and I will take a look at that tonight. Now to sign me out. Technology at its finest, correct? All right, we're back to this. So once my screen finishes loading, what you are going to be doing today is, you are going to be doing a practice flex day lesson. So today you guys are going to be working on lesson 3.3, which is finding the greatest common factor. You will log into Google Classroom, and there will be notes for you to complete. So there will be vocabulary, there will be some examples. Just remember that you can pause the video, you can maybe watch the example, and then pause it and copy the example down into your notebook. You should take those notes in your notebook because, again, these notes are helpful. They will help you. When you are done with the lesson, there will be an IXL lesson that you can kind of practice the strategies from today. You can use a whiteboard or a scratch piece of paper if you need to. For the lesson, as you are watching, it would probably be a good idea to have headphones so that we don't have to listen to Miss Eckhart talking from 28 different computers in the classroom, because I'm sure that wouldn't be all that exciting. So if you have headphones, you can do that. Otherwise, you can sign out a pass, and Mrs. Legrid will let you go grab your headphones if you need to. Any questions? Mrs. Legrid is there to help you. Otherwise, just write down your questions on that Padlet, and I will help you guys tomorrow. So have fun, and we will see you guys then.